Hey, Bill Walker here. I've just added a really cool new tool to my looping rig. It's the Mission Expressionator from Mission Engineering. Now, I'm a guy who loves effects pedals and rack mount effects that have expression pedal ports and the capability to change your parameters with a typical volume type expression pedal. I'm using a Roland EV5 for this demonstration, one I've had for a while. It seems to work okay. It's a little higher than the spec from Mission Engineering, which is 10K, so I look forward to getting a better pedal from them at some point. But this seems to work adequate enough, and essentially what this does is allows you, the Mission Expressionator allows you, the pedal geek, to plug in up to 3 effects that have expression pedal ports, or if you had a multi-effect that had more than one expression pedal port, you could plug both of them in, and either individually or in groups change the parameters on your effects. So I've got it plugged in right now to 3 things. My Eventide time factor, and you can actually see the display working as I bring in more delay, or bring it back. Completely variable. In this case, I've preset channel A that the time factor is on so that the throw of the pedal goes all the way minimum to 0 but doesn't go quite up to 100% because I don't like to have my delay get too deep. And you can do this individually for each channel on the Mission Expressionator. You can also change the basic taper for each channel if you so desire. I, for this demonstration, have it just set to the standard one that it came from the factory, and that's a typical heel to toe increase or parameter change. But it has an inverse. It also has an anti-log taper for people using a 25K volume pedal and a TRS insert cable. And it also has a couple of really interesting ones that I'll get into at another demo, a sawtooth and a square wave, which does a ramp in each case of between, I think it's 8 times. As you bring the pedal forward, it'll ramp up and back between your 2 preset depths, a total of 8 times through the throw. So you can do some really crazy things, say with a pitch shifter or a whammy type effect, either with a sawtooth wave slope where you really hear the portamento, or a square wave where it just simply jumps back and forth between your octaves or whatever pitches you're using. Okay, so for today I'm going to use it a lot more simply. I'm going to use it just to control my delay effects, my reverb depths, and also some post-loop processing. So let's again look at what channels I'm using. Channel A is set to the time factor. Channel B, the yellow channel, is set to the depth control on my wet reverb by Neunaber. That's essentially just, let me get the delay off. That's changing room sizes from room to a little bigger hall, bigger still, all the way up to a real nice, very long-tailed pad. So I'll set it to about a moderate small hall. Okay. Now C channel is controlling my TC Electronics fireworks, and that's actually coming after my loopers, so I won't be able to show you what it's doing with that until I bring in some loops, which I'll do right now. The fireworks is actually bringing in both stereo synchronized delays, like my Eventide is, but it's also bringing stereo synchronized delayed pitch shifts, in this case octaves up and down. So it's a really multitasking on that TC fireworks. And at some point too, I'm going to just simply turn them all on at once, all the channels, which is very easy. Whatever channel you're on, you can just simply turn on the other ones, or individually or in groups. And now it's controlling all 3 of my processors with one pedal, making them all do what they do at once. Okay, so I'm going to just leave it in that that mode right now. And I'm going to turn all the effects up totally high, and I'm just going to create a little bit of a drone loop, a very short loop, and then you'll start to hear what's happening with the fireworks afterwards. Okay. Okay, so there I was really controlling all three effects with the Mission Expressionator and one expression pedal. Really glad they came out with this thing because, for one thing, it's allowed me to really clean up my floor space. Instead of three pedals doing all those things, just one is. And also this extra added control that if I really wanted to use one pedal as a master for all these things, it's very easy to do that. So you can really go from 0 to everything going, or somewhere in between. Brilliant product. I've been waiting for something like this to come out for a long time, and here it is, the Mission Expressionator from Mission Engineering. Check it out.